Imagination. There's no complication. Imagination.
Hello survivors, welcome back to another video. How are you today, guys? Let me know in the comments, hit the like, subscribe to the channel. You know the deal, guys. You gotta subscribe, you gotta support. And if you're buying something from Amazon, just use the link in the description. You know, your toys that you buy, your things that you buy, your groceries, just with the link like you usually buy, you support me that way. Now, after begging you for that literally, we are gonna just talk about big mistakes in my people in my new states, you know, 1,000 and plus states, close to the 1,900 and something. I'm gonna give you a big tip, especially for my free-to-play player, low spenders, even for spenders, okay? Because you are starting to get your monkey, you are starting to get a lot of stuff. And I think that this is a mistake that a lot of people make. And the mistake is just upgrading the HQ without you having the materials to upgrade the troops and just be a fully max player in that new HQ level. Remember, guys, I know sometimes you have to use material to get points. I get that. And that happens because you are rushing everything. If you have saved material for a long time, you will never have a problem trying to use material somehow, okay? So you will have speed ups. You have plasma cores, you have other things. So if you don't believe me, watch all my videos throughout the years, okay? So I have completed every single event just saving. Of course, there was a time when I didn't complete anything for 1 month, let's say, and then I save, and that saving allows me to spend, let's say, 200 and still keep like 400, and then spend 200 and then keep 500, and so on and so forth. So yeah. Now, the mistake is the following. People upgrade the HQ level. You know, for example, especially in the plasma levels, not in the lower level. In the lower bird levels, doesn't matter that much. But when you are in the plasma levels and you have state versus state, you start to get in a disadvantage. If you go up in levels, you are vulnerable to the higher level people who are like top spenders, and you don't have the strength to defend attacks. You don't have the strength to burn people lower levels during a state versus state because you are not even strong. So you go to, let's say, P8. You only have to attack P5, P6, P7, and you don't have the strength to go to be able to kill those people or those troops. And then, of course, what did you even go P8 in the first place? At the same time, you are vulnerable to people from P10, and because you are super weak, they're gonna smoke you. So instead of you upgrading HQ for the sake of upgrading, you have to make sure of the following, guys: that when you upgrade HQ, you have the material to go all full strength in that HQ level. What I mean by this is like, for example, when I went to P6, if you watch my videos back in the days, you realize that I went P6 and I didn't only go P6 and then, oh, well, I don't have materials to upgrade this. I don't have materials to upgrade to my P6 troops. Because why did I even go P6 in the first place? I could have been P5, being able to attack P3s, P4s, and then P5, but now I went P6, but I still have the strength of a P5. It doesn't make any sense. But at the same time, I was vulnerable to P9s, which were attacking me during state versus state for resources and for troops. And guess what? I had the strength of a P5. I couldn't attack lower levels, but I was vulnerable because I was weaker for the people in the higher levels. Do you know what I mean? So you don't want to be that player. You want to be the player who goes to an HQ level and you have the material to get super strong. So you have to make sure to save enough plasma cores throughout the months in the events and get slowly the polymerized, because once you get to plasma levels, especially P5 and above of P5, then you start collecting this polymerized, okay? So in the beginning, you need a lot of plasma, but as you are getting plasma through the events and you hold the HQs back, you are not upgrading HQs, you start collecting a lot of plasma. And with those plasma, event from event, you start collecting polymerized, just using them. Don't go over the 20 that you exchange. For example, more than like 20 plasma per polymerized, doesn't make any sense. Always just stay, let's say you do 1 day daily, that you only spend 10 plasma cores. Or if you need to complete an event like I did, for example, today with the survival of the fittest, then you go half of this 20, and then for the other one, half of this 20. Or for the journey to glory, you try to complete this just to get the points and to get more material. Remember, you spend and you get more material in the journey to glory, in the survival of the fittest, till you get a good amount of polymerized. You still have a good amount of plasma, And this is what I'm doing, you know. If I were to go P9, for example, I already upgraded one HQ level here. I wouldn't go P9 now because I know that by the time that I get to the HQ level, I have to upgrade this one, let's say, and they ask me 11 polymerized, and then I have to upgrade this one, they ask me like around the same amount. I'm gonna need way more than I has now. So why am I even gonna go to P9? I'm gonna be just an HQ P9, but with the strength of a P8. So for me, I learned that the bad way, you know, just trying to go in levels, trying to pretend that I was strong, and I wasn't strong at all. So I recommend you just to hold down in levels. And I know the argument you're gonna give me, like, oh Mike, one more time, is that if I go P6 or P7, then I'm gonna have the same strength as like if I was P5. You are not gonna have the same strength, because what happens is, like, if you don't get your T11s, and these people who were saying that they are not even playing anymore because they got smoked, pretty sure, you were not getting the research here. You were not getting all these stats. You were going directly to P6 or P7. You were not even getting the troops or just infantry troops because you were not getting enough material. So no research, no troops by the HQ level that you upgraded. Guess what? You were weak. But now you were vulnerable to people in the higher levels. And your shitty stats with your stupid troops, they were not even able to just be a big difference, to make a big difference in the rally leaders or in the rallies from the rally leaders. So at the end of the day, you are not benefit your alliance because you are weaker, you are a weak target. So in a reservoir rate, everybody's porting you around, you are burning in the first 10 minutes. So how is that useful? Yeah, but you can join a rally with your P7 troops. That, by the way, you don't even have P7s because you upgrading to P7 HQS levels, but you don't have the plasma or the polymerized to get to P7. So yeah, that's a big mistake. I find that a lot, guys. And you can see that when I'm attacking people. You watch my state versus state videos when I'm scouting people. Let's see if I have some scouts. Let's see. I might have some reports here. I'm just scouting P7s. They still have P4 troops. Or they have P5 troops. Here, which was this? Yeah, for example, this one, P7, P6 troops. P7, P6, P8, P6, yeah, this is a P6. Let's see, why would you do that? So don't go P7, now P10s are attacking you and you don't even have the strength of a fully P7 or P8. These ones, this one completely zero. So let's see if I have another one, scouts. This one was a P9. This one is a P9, of course, a P9 troop, P9 troops, decent, you know, so it went to P9, fully P9, perfect, okay, that's how you want to do it, especially if you have the headquarters to P9, but there are other ones which are like, here, for example, P6 with T10s, big mistake, why are you even going T10 to P6 with T10s, so you have to be T11, P5 with T11s all the way up. So this is just a big mistake in my opinion. This one, there you go, P7, not even T11s. Now you can be smoked by P10s, but you don't even have the strength to hold attacks because you are full of P10s. Doesn't make any sense. So don't be that guy. Don't make those mistakes, guys. I see that as a big mistake. So once you are in the P5 levels, guys, even P3, but especially P5, you should be thinking about, like, if I go P6, I have to be able to just be fully P6. If I go P6, P7, I have to be able to be fully P7. If I go P8, fully P8. And then fully P8, well, you are going to have a hard time beating fully P8, but at least fully P8, for example, as I did, headquarters, the hero pressing troops, and then have decent polymerized to complete a lot of this research, or to upgrade this to P8 as well. So as you can see, when I did it straight away. So you can watch my videos. I save a lot, and I have been saying this for a long time. So don't make that mistake, guys. I hope that helped you. See you next time. Like and subscribe. Don't